Here we are again, live with Coach Brad. We're here with the voice, John Artis Jr. of the Metro Atlanta Fall Showcase, High School Fall Showcase Shootout. I'm sorry, I keep saying Showcase Shootout. How you doing today, man?
I'm not too bad, my man. How about yourself?
Doing good, man.
Good.
Definitely excited about having a new episode. Kind of getting into this week's coming up. I got my shirt on today, man. I'm kind of happy. I get to see my old guys play Eagles Landing Christian Academy, man. I once coached over there.
Okay.
Coached for some years, had some great times there. So it'd be good to kind of see Ilka back in the building and kind of revisit some old days. And shouts out to them over there, man. Shouts out to everybody.
Gotcha.
But,
No doubt.
Yeah. You had a good week?
Yeah, it was a pretty good week. It's been a busy week. Lots going on. But hey, God gives you the strength and stamina to endure. So I endure.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, this is week 2 in the books, right?
Yes, sir.
What's a couple takeaways from week 2 before we kind of get into it a little bit? What's some takeaways from it?
Man, you had some competitive games last week, and I think that's the common theme that you're going to see is these kids came to play.
Yeah,
these kids came to play. And I mean, look no further than the first game, which was Towers and Sandy Creek. Mm-hmm. Sandy Creek is coming off of winning their championship in their division last year.
Yeah, last 3 years.
Last 3 years. But boy, did they get stung by Towers coming out of the box. Towers came to play last week. Yeah, and so that was my upset of the week. And then we ended with probably the most exciting game of the weekend was the last game between Langston Hughes and Tri-Cities.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because those two Southside powerhouses, I'm sure, know each other quite well.
Yeah, it's like a Southside bowl.
Yeah. Come on, I got to get love because I'm a Southside boy. I'm from College Park, so
for sure.
Yeah. So those two teams came to play, and so everything in between, again, really piggybacked on the high level of competition that we had last week to jump this tournament off. And they didn't disappoint this week, so it was enjoyable to watch. It was definitely enjoyable to watch.
Yeah, now I agree with you 100%, man. I think this week, one thing that I seen with the trend with this week, a lot of your games were very, very close and low scoring. You know what I mean? Yeah. There wasn't as high powered games. Now for me, week 2, I was like, I didn't feel that excitement that I did week 1. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why, but the excitement, wasn't where I wanted it to be personally. But I think it became exciting. I think just the anticipation of us starting was the high level of excitement. And we're sustaining that level. But I think that every game was competitive. I think the only game that was like, a double figure win was the Morrow and Jonesboro game. Ended up being 30. I think the score was 38-52. 56. Gotcha. And that was a good win for Morrow coming back off of a loss, a blowout loss the week before, which showing that they went back, got a week better, you know what I mean, and came back with some noise. So I'm excited to see what Jonesboro does after coming off of a loss. You know what I mean? Right. How do they come back and stuff like that? But that was kind of mine, and kind of lead into what we was talking about first. And getting started from that point, game of the week, I felt like, and I think you agree with me, it definitely was Towers with the win over Sandy Creek. I thought that was a tremendous win for their program, regardless of it being the fall, right?
Right.
We know it's the fall.
Right.
I'm tired of that narrative saying that it's just the fall. Because at the end of the day, it's still basketball. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. But, it's still basketball. You still got to lace them up and perform on the floor. But, and I think you hit the nail right on the head with last week being week 1. I think you had a lot of excitement in the building simply because this is probably your first taste of really getting back on the court, trying to find some rhythm. And, it was the first week of this tournament. They knew they were going to be here for, or at least most of these teams were going to be here for some weeks. So that might have been the drop off as far as the excitement. But please believe, at least from my vantage point, you didn't really see a drop off as far as the intensity on the court. You just
not
saw
at all.
a slight drop off as far as the excitement in the building.
100%. 100%. Yeah, and even with the excitement in the building, it really wasn't much off.
No,
it wasn't much off at all. It was definitely where we had already had things, projected to be. But
absolutely,
as us as who we are, man. Level up is what we want to do. You know what I mean? So
it is hard to bring that or get that high level of excitement week after week, even though, again, like I said, the intensity on the court, you felt. The intensity on the court did not slide backwards at all. And again, it was highlighted by Towers coming right out of the box. I think that they came out with a very aggressive defensive mindset. And they seem to be cohesive on the defensive end, which is what I felt was the primary key in getting them the victory against Sandy Creek. So it was the first game of the day, and maybe Sandy Creek was still asleep. We don't know.
Everybody was at warm up.
Everybody was there at warm up.
They was there on time now.
And once you tip off, you can't come up with excuses. You just got to find a basket.
Got to figure it out. So we'll lead into the next subject. You know what I'm saying? We'll bring Coach V on, head coach here at Towers High School. And let's go ahead and get him going, man. We got to give him his flowers before we get into everything going from that point. So, Coach.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Man, we're doing all right. We're doing all right, man. First and foremost, man, we want to definitely give you your flowers. You know what I mean? On you guys being, the team of the week as far as from this past weekend. So we want to definitely congratulate you from that. We can see the hard work and everything going on, even though we know it's still early, but still flowers is flowers and accomplishments is everything. Give us some of your takeaways from your squad this there we go. Yeah. No, that's good.
He going wide angle.
Do the other way.
I can't get y'all on my full screen. I'm like y'all look small on my screen. I don't know what I did.
Oh, you good? No, that's cool.
All right.
Yeah, no, you look perfect. You look perfect right there.
How y'all doing?
So give us. I'm pretty good, man. Pretty good. So give us some of your takeaways from this past weekend with you guys, man. Like, give us what the week looked like before Saturday.
Just like I told you before, the fall league, man, was just it just allowed my boys to buy in a little bit more. As far as showing up to practice, showing up the workouts, and just putting a little bit more effort into what we were doing with them. Being that we got a game at the end of the week, it just made the week a little bit better. I know you're probably gonna want to talk about my wing, man, just so you know, he transferred, so I'm not gonna have no conversations about him right now. So, but we can talk about my guards if you want. Yeah.
Developing news.
Yeah.
You wanted to put that on live?
It's a dirty game. What I'm supposed to do? I didn't know you was about to bring him up, so I'm gonna beat you to it. It's gonna come up one way or another. So
head him off at the pass.
Yeah, so we ain't gonna talk about it. We can talk about it. We can talk about it off air, but we ain't gonna talk about it now.
Well, tell you what, Coach. One thing I do want to talk about is what I noticed from that game, and it was really my key to this game. It seemed like your guys came out with a synergy and an intensity on the defensive end,
right?
That led to really kind of creating hard shots for Sandy Creek, and maybe they had an off day, but I mean, hey, you got to overcome off days. But your guys came out with an intensity on the defensive end that I think really set the tone for that game. Can you talk about some of the things that I guess you're trying to instill in your guys to buy in on the defense?
It's always defense first. We've been. From the time I've been there, we've been a smaller team. So it's you got to stop the ball. You got to put pressure on the ball when you can. And you just got to do what's best for your team as a group. with our height and the fact we was only running 6 out there, we kind of sat in the zone a little bit. But again, we've played it before. We know how to. We know what we trying to get or we trying to do. I was expecting them to try to shoot us out of it, but like they shots wasn't falling, so it was working, and we stuck with it, and it proved to be the best strategy in the end.
Well, they say defense wins championships.
Absolutely,
and you guys are definitely off to a great start with
Absolutely.
that. Like I say, it was evident to see that your guys were buying in on defensive ends, try to create tough shots for Sandy Creek, and not let them just have whatever they wanted on the floor.
Intensity, I encourage my guards to dig in on the post and everything else. Make sure we close and box out, and fundamentals of the game. That's the best way to get it done.
Gotcha. Any of your guys you really want to highlight as far as their leadership, their contribution to the team?
Well, like I said, my two guards, they've been with me for 4 years. Cornelius Winfrey and Jalen Kelly. So they've been playing together the whole time. They came out. They've been with me since their freshman year. Cornelius was off and on starter first 2 years. Jalen Kelly pretty much started every game from his freshman year. And they work well together, and they work hard, and they are my leaders. I've got another junior coming in with us now, Maxwell Awani. He's at the top of our 3-2, and he moves well, and he's I've been trying to get him on the court for the last 2 years, and he finally decided to do what he's supposed to do and get out there and help us out on the court.
Yeah, so let's go with Jalen. Of course, 1,000-point scorer is a junior year, correct? In his junior year, correct?
Yes.
So when we talk about him, I mean, his performance this past weekend, when you look at his game, I mean, for you, that's what he normally does, if not more. You know what I'm saying? For us, it's like, okay, this is a new kid that we didn't know anything about.
Right.
You know don't
because you call him break out. Yeah, I told him he had a bad game in the locker room. That's coach talk though, but yeah.
For sure.
I
you have a high expectation.
I expect more from him every time, yeah. So even like you saying, his jump shot was a little off. He hit off the dribble, he missed most of them. He got a little inside pull up, and that's like I told you, that's what I'll get. I need him to work on his mid range more so, because he can pull the three, get to the basket, but he, just because of his height, about 5'10", that he needs to work on the pull up and make sure he can stop mid range and make plays, and that's what he's getting better at. He's going to continue.
Not a small kid either.
Yeah, he's going to continue to force the issue, man. From the time I know him, it's go go go. You know what I'm saying? He's not afraid of the moment. He's going to play hard anytime he touches the ball.
Yeah, he was an aggressive floor general for you, really kind of getting your guys in the groove on the offensive end. He also, if I remember correctly, had a couple of steals in that game. So he set the tone on the defensive end as well.
Yeah, he's going to average 2-3 steals a year. He definitely plays the passing lanes well, and he'll get the break going off of those steals, yes.
Got it.
Now Cornelius, right?
Mm-hmm.
We had conversations about Cornelius. I mean, he stuck out to me because I felt like his game was kind of unorthodox. That's just me personally, but he's extremely effective. You look at him, not as big in stature. He got the long. He throw back a little bit. He got the long T-shirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how I played in the T-shirt when I hooped pro and all that. That was my thing. But he has some shifty moves, and being able to create space and being able to finish in traffic. What's some of the expectations that you have for him coming into this season? Because was he the guy? I mean, we talked about somebody that got hurt. You didn't say a name. Was he the guy?
It was Cornelius that got hurt.
Yeah. So with him coming in this season, what are some of your expectations? Because that still gives you a really good backcourt, going into this year.
Yeah, the main thing I'm trying to throw him out there and try to get him back to just getting his rhythm back, because he was out for a good minute and he wasn't able to play for about 2-3 months, if not more. So he so that's where he's at right now. So even what you're seeing right now is kind of where he was last year, towards the end of last year, and obviously we're looking for the improvement for him to get to where he was and also be able to improve, get his stamina up, get his body, get a little stronger, and just and time on the floor is what he needs most right now. And the more time he gets on the floor, because he's not even because he's still even a solid shooter. So he's not even trying to shoot yet. He's just more so trying to get to the basket and work on that aspect of the game. Mm-hmm. But he's a real good pick and roll player. He's a real good float. He got a good float game. He got a good
100%.
I mean, left hand, right hand game. So, like I said, he just with him right now is rhythm and continuity and getting back with his teammates and knowing how to. Because he's more of a distributor than JK is, but he's still solid.
Okay, got you. Well, Coach, we wanted to get you on, and of course, wanted to give you your flowers for this past weekend. We know that we got a good matchup with you guys coming up with Morrow this weekend too as well, which is that's gonna be.
We got a new challenge. That's all. It's a new challenge.
100%.
I ain't been in my best mood, but it's just a new challenge. That's all.
Hey man, like you said, it comes with the territory. I don't agree with it. This ain't even the live stream or podcast to where we condone it. You know what I'm saying? like the whole reason for us even looking at your program, it was because of the work that was done. Number one, the research that we did, we seen the work, and then of course that y'all look like doing a live period too as well, and you can see the development coming from the work. You know what I mean? That's the stuff that intrigued me about what you guys had going on. So best of luck this weekend. And we'll stay connected. We'll stay locked in. And I'm gonna call you after this now. You know what I'm saying? We got the talk, big dog. That right there.
You already know.
That right there.
It's a head scratch.
Yeah, appreciate y'all.
Look, no problem at all. I understand, man.
Take it easy.
Take care, Coach.
Yeah.
Wow. Developing stories. Yo, that's crazy. Developing stories. You know what I mean? The drama ain't just for the TV shows, obviously. But again, and he didn't want to give it much airtime, and rightfully so. But that's obviously a crazy situation that he's adjusting to. And he's got to adjust in real time. Now he's fortunate enough to, have a quarterback in Jalen Kelly that he can lean on to really lead some of these guys as they, continue through this tournament and continue to get ready for the season. But wow, I mean, Brad, you breaking stories right here on the live. That's wild, dude. That's why, and that's probably why you're at a loss of words right now. That's wild.
This is the only thing I can say right now, man. Your season starts now.
Your season starts now. So
that's it.
Again, the movement is obviously not just for the transfer portal for college students. Obviously, we can see that. And wow, that's got to be a bit disheartening to be this close to the season and have a major shakeup like that.
I think for me, man, what takes me back to that place, man, is like I wasn't a head coach, but I was that coach that he is now. I was in those shoes before.
Right.
Like get in a situation to where you have the leeway to build.
Yeah.
And you start to build in the right way and you start to put things together and you start to see the work to come together. And then it's just like, boom.
Yeah.
The reality that somebody doesn't believe in what you preach. That's just what it is. And with a platform where we was coming on and like, yo.
Yeah, that's a head scratcher there. That's definitely a head scratcher there.
Shouts out to Coach Avery too. That's the assistant coach. It's his birthday today for Towers. But yeah, man. I mean, the show's gonna go on, but it's just like, whoa.
Look, and again, your platform has developing news. that we weren't even knowing about. We weren't even aware of. So
you said it, man. You said it like just like the news report. He's like, we got developing news.
Got developing news. You know,
yo.
But shouts out to Coach V.
Yeah, shouts out to Coach V, man.
You know, you can see the determination. You can not only the frustration, but you could see the determination in getting back to the drawing board to try to figure out how to right the ship as quickly as possible.
And to be honest, man, this is what this platform is for teams like he is too as well, that have the talent and the ability, but give them the opportunity to play against some of those teams and to create a platform for notoriety too as well. And it's frustrating, and we're not gonna harp on it too long, but it's disheartening for him because he lives in a transit school to where the consistency and the commitment is not always the same. And so for him to start getting guys to buy in, right, and to be a part, like for him, I mean, of course he's gonna get over it, you know what I mean? But it's a little different, you know, you're spending that much time, you know what I'm saying? You know, don't nobody want to spend that much time with their girlfriend, and then their girlfriend turn around like, look, I ain't gonna be here no more. See you later.
Absolutely.
You know, so yeah. Whew.
But you know, again, like I say, I was really impressed with Jalen Kelly's game. I thought he was a true floor general for them on both ends of the floor. You could tell he was one of the more talented kids that he has on the offensive end, but he also
100%.
did his thing, making sure that the intensity of the defense was in the right place for them to get that win against Sandy Creek. So shouts out to Coach V and Jalen Kelly for bringing the team through for the win.
100%. So we're up to the next matchups, which we had Southwest Cab Dutchtown.
And if the game previously, Towers and Sandy Creek kind of came out in a sleepy mode, we didn't stay there long. Because again, you know, that first game was competitive down the stretch. Towers pulled it out, but Southwest DeKalb and Dutchtown came out with very high intensity. They set the tone for the rest of the game. That was one of the first notes that I took. It was a very high energy game, and they went at it back and forth where Dutchtown got out to an early lead before Southwest DeKalb settled into the game and took the lead going into halftime. Dutchtown ended up clawing their way back into the game, even cutting it, I believe, or actually taking a 1-point lead with a minute left to go in the game. But Southwest DeKalb, you know, maintained their poise to pull that game out. You know, so that game set the tone, and I think every subsequent game after that really kind of matched that level as far as the high energy that was in the building.
Yeah, I agree with you too. I mean, Southwest DeKalb continues to find ways to win, man.
Yeah.
And they're led by Thomas Clinton, and he's been, you know, he's been killing it. You know what I'm saying? He's been figuring it out. The guys been bought in. Their coaches are intense, you know. I mean, everything. I mean, they rolling right now, man. They rolling right now.
Yeah.
And Dutchtown, got to give the credit to Dutchtown. Dutchtown isn't a pushover, you know. So, you know, for you to have, you know, a really good game against that program says a lot. And then those two head coaches are really good friends.
Okay.
So, you know, they do a lot of play dates and stuff like that. So the kids are familiar with each other.
Right.
So them playing against each other too as well, I knew it was going to be a competitive game. And that was another reason why we made sure we had that matchup so we could all see it live from, you know, instead of it being behind closed doors sometimes. So next matchup.
If I remember correctly, won last week too, right?
Correct. They are 2-0.
They on the 2-0 streak. So shouts out to Southwest DeKalb.
Shouts out with them. We got another flyer that's getting ready to come out that's talking about all the teams with their records. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And they're one of the few undefeated teams here. Woodward Academy is an undefeated team. Tri-Cities, of course, Southwest DeKalb. I think that's it. That's the only undefeateds.
Yeah.
It's only undefeateds, man. Wow. That's saying a lot.
That says a lot. That really says a lot. Because, I mean, you have...
Oh, I'm sorry, and Towers. Towers is undefeated, too.
Oh, that's right. That's right, because they did win last week as well. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, you have, obviously, championship caliber teams like Sandy Creek. Hey, as they say in football, any given Sunday, anytime you lace them up on the court, you better bring your game or you might get swept off the court.
Yeah. 100%. And I'm sure it'll be eager to see them bounce back too. I heard they've been running a lot recently, too. So we'll see how it goes next week. Central Gwinnett, Cedar Grove, takeaways.
Cedar Grove took and kept control of the game the whole game.
100%.
That's what I wrote down. You saw fight from Central Gwinnett to kind of stay competitive. It became very back and forth down the stretch of the game, but I'll be honest, at no point in that game, and even though it ended in a 1-point game, I believe, at no point did I really feel like Cedar Grove was really threatened, to be honest with you. They took control and kind of maintained control, and Central Gwinnett made it competitive towards the end of the game. But again, Cedar Grove had really had their fingerprints all over that game from tip-off.
Mm-hmm.
Because I believe Cedar Grove had an 11-point lead at halftime. So maybe they got lulled to sleep a little bit, or maybe, again, Central Gwinnett just had that much of a fight in the second half to try to make the game competitive.
Now, one thing. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Go ahead. No, please.
No. I'm good, big dog. I'm good.
No, I was just going to reiterate. Cedar Grove had control of that game and didn't really relinquish control.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%, 1,000%, man. I think one thing changed the dynamic of that game.
Okay.
Them boys from Gwinnett County came south, and they said they wouldn't go get punked.
No.
Because there was a lot of punking going on that court from Cedar Grove. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they put up a little bit of fight, and that little bit of fight that they put up, it went from there, and then went from there, and then they figured out a way to win. You know what I mean? And to be honest, I talked to Coach Spivey over at Central Gwinnett, one of my close friends. Okay. Shouts out to him and his program. He said that was the most impressive thing that he took away from that game, win or lose, is that the fact that they came down here and they just didn't act light skinned. You know what I'm saying? And so they came back. Now at first they was getting popped in the mouth. They were.
Oh yeah.
They were talking. There was a lot of trash talking on that court. I'm talking about. They were talking greasy. You know what I mean? But that's what you expected in this environment where we at. You know what I'm saying? That comes with the territory. You know what I mean? So for them to come play there and then to pull off a win, kudos to them, and best of luck to that program, and we'll definitely see them playing again up and coming too in the shootout in a couple weeks. Next game, an intriguing matchup, Jonesboro and Morrow.
That was, I think, the game that everybody in the area of the gym in which we're playing in was kind of waiting for with bated breath. Mm-hmm. It was a great game, back and forth, high intensity. Jonesboro was able to get out to a double-digit lead, but Morrow fought back to make it close and actually even pulled away late to win that ball game. It's like a championship fight. You're gonna get hit. You know what I mean? You're gonna get hit. However, it's what you do after you get hit that determines whether you come out on top or whether you just fall by the wayside. And Morrow came out on top by fighting back in that game and pulled it out at the end.
100%, 100%. I agree with you too as well. I think it was some coaching adjustments that changed. I don't, once Mars started pressing in the second half a little bit more, the tempo and the intensity picked up. I think when it was a half court game, more man to man, it went more Jonesboro way.
Mm-hmm.
And the dynamic sophomore within itself, Calvin Goss, which AKA Q. I mean, he ended the game with 22 points, leading all scores. In a one-on-one game.
Balling. He was out there balling.
Yeah, he was doing his thing. Doing his thing.
Shouts out to Calvin Goss.
Oh yeah, I think in the second half it came down to telltale of just coaching adjustments. That's what the difference was. Yeah. And Mar went on a run. I mean, Timothy Ramsey had a couple big plays, ended up with 15 points for Morrow, and they started to trend in the right direction. And you can see that they came back from last week determined. They ain't come back from last week. It's like, no, we're not losing again. And then we damn sure ain't finna lose to the people down the street from us.
No,
that are considered our rivals or little brothers.
Those are neighborhood bragging rights.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So it was
you already know you ain't trying to give up neighborhood bragging rights, because you're gonna see some of these cats when you out and about, whether you're picking up Chick-fil-A or whatever. You're gonna see some of these same cats because they right down the street, and so you definitely don't want to give anybody any neighborhood bragging rights.
100%, and I think the beautiful part about it too is that they play each other in the season too. You know what I mean? So
beautiful.
That might be something we might need to look at EYA Hoops Media getting down to actually do coverage of that game. You know what I mean? To go from that point.
No doubt.
That's something in the future to look at. For sure. Next matchup we had Padilla versus Columbia, which it didn't disappoint too as well. Another hard fought, close game that didn't scoring wasn't that high. What's some of your takeaways?
Padilla jumped out to an early lead, but Columbia said, no. Come on back here. And this one ended up in a buzzer beater. I mean, this is the second week in a row that we've had a buzzer beater game. So if you are in the Morrow area and you like high school basketball, there is no reason you shouldn't be in the building.
Absolutely no reason.
You're going to see, again, not only some of the best high school basketball students in the metro Atlanta area, but you're going to see some high-intensity competition like this that ended up in a buzzer beater. So this is the second weekend in a row that we've had a buzzer beater, and we've only been going 2 weekends. So you do this every weekend, Brad, this thing's going to be on fire.
Man, this is going to be on fire, man. It's going to be on fire, man.
No doubt.
Fire, man.
No doubt.
No, man.
Padilla played a very good game. They jumped out to a 22-14 lead at halftime, but Columbia was just determined to fight their way back in that game and pulled it out with a buzzer beater to win.
Yeah, let's see if we can catch some of these highlights real quick.
Cool.
And check out this game real quick. Let's see if we can get on there to it, man. Here we go. So we're starting at the point of 13 seconds on the clock. Columbia's at the free throw line. Makes the first one.
It's not showing. You see it?
And he misses.
Do you see it? Because the video is not showing, I don't think.
And that's four-star player CJ Harper. Goes to the free throw line. Ties the game up, 41-41.
You see the footage, Brad? Because I don't see the footage.
Yeah.
Is it? Are you sharing it on the stream?
Yeah. It's sharing. That's why I'm doing the commentating part, because it's sharing from the screen instead of me uploading it.
Okay.
So right now we're at the free throw line.
Okay.
5 seconds left. 7 seconds left. He's at the free throw line. He makes the free throw. It goes up 1. Here we go. Going down the court. And then here's the floater with a game winner.
Yeah, nice drive to get into the middle of the floor and let the floater go for the win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was another game, man. That I did it the other way for the live stream.
Okay.
But it ended up showing. But no, man, it was definitely one of those games to where, another buzzer beater, man. Just like you said, if we continue this, man, these buzzer beaters. Listen, I don't know what to say, man. We might be on to something, man. We might be on to something. Next matchup, go ahead. I'm listening.
No, I was just gonna say if we could only bottle it up and sell it, we'd all be rich.
Listen, man. That's actually the next post on social media that was gonna put up. Second weekend in a row. It's another buzzer beater to end the game. You know what I'm saying? Which is crazy, a crazy sequence. Yep. Crazy sequence. Free throws to close it out, go down, layup, free throw to close it out again, come back down, layup to win it, literally at the buzzer. Man, you can't ask for more than that.
Nope, not at all.
So Woodward Academy, Green Forest. What's your takeaways from that game?
High intensity game. You could definitely tell that Woodward has a fine-tuned program over there, and shouts out to the coach that coached Woodward through this game. I know him and his family personally, Coach Cameron over there. And, he had those boys ready to play. He had them ready to play. Green Forest actually came out and took the lead in the halftime. But, again, tight game in the second half that kind of went back and forth, but Woodward was able to pull that game out. And you could definitely see the veteran leadership from Woodward on the floor. You could definitely tell that they have been working on trying to synergize their club on the floor to make sure that they play together. So they were able to pull it out when it looked like Green Forest was ready to punch them in the mouth.
Yeah, agreed, 100%. And they were hungry for it too. They wanted that game. You know what I mean? And I think that game came down to one player, man. That game came down to Miles Hayes. Yep. Class of 2028, number 10 player in the country right now currently. He was just steady.
He got
whole game.
He got nasty.
Did you see that one block that he had?
Oh yeah. He's got nasty game. He got nasty game. Got nasty game. And again, it's almost breathtaking to see that caliber of game in such a young individual.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Right. It's almost breathtaking to see. So
Go ahead. No, I was slightly disappointed and I expected to see a little bit more from Kyrie from Green Forest this game. I don't know if he was a little sick or something. I don't know. He didn't seem like his normal self.
Gotcha.
But hopefully we'll see him again this week coming up, and a little different player.
Well, being in a tournament like this is very parallel to life. You're gonna have some games in which you don't have your best, but are you resilient to bounce back after those types of games? It's just that's the true measure of an individual when it comes to life. You're gonna get knocked down, but it's what you do after that. Do you brush yourself off and get back up? or do you stay on the floor? So I expect Green Forest to bounce back after losing a close one to Woodward.
100%, 100%. Next game, Mary Persons versus Woodland. Takeaways.
Kind of a sloppy game, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, it was a kind of sloppy game. Woodward came out to be looked to be the more aggressive team, the team that was a bit more in sync. Woodland seemed a bit more in sync than Mary Persons did. Mary Persons actually had a 1-point lead at halftime, but in the second half, Woodland just took total control of the game.
Right. And that was my first time seeing Woodland too as well.
Okay.
Couldn't really judge them that much. I want to see them a little bit more. To just have more insight about them. I do like the size and the skill set and some of the speed that they have in the guard positions, you know, but I just want to see more of them to kind of input on who they are. I thought they had a good showing. I went in on this stage and then winning the game in an environment like that, you know, says a lot. So we'll see them again this weekend. They play Jonesboro, so you know they play Jonesboro, so we'll be able to kind of check it out from that point.
So do you have you got a lineup you can show the people as to what's coming?
Yeah. I definitely got a lineup.
You gonna hold it after we talk about the last game?
Hey man, look, I mean, do we need to talk about the last game?
Listen, that was the highlight, I think, of this weekend. You know, being a Southside guy and knowing both of these schools very well, I think that, you know, it's almost like that Morrow and Jonesboro game. 100%. You don't want to give bragging rights to that school, you know, that's just right up the road a bit.
100%.
And they didn't disappoint. High intensity game. It was very fast paced. It was
very chippy too.
Very chippy. Well, again, you know, these kids, I guarantee these kids know each other. These kids see each other out and about, and these kids are like, no, when you step on the court with me, I'm not gonna let you get the better of me. So I almost expect a chippy game like that. You know, that brings that je ne sais quoi, as the French say. You know, that extra dash of Old Bay on your shrimp. You know what I mean?
Not the Old Bay.
Yeah.
Not the Old Bay.
When you get to chirp at the kids that you know from the neighborhood and they on the other side of the court as you lace them up, it's only natural to have a little bit more flavor into the game when you're playing a neighborhood or a rival, somewhat, so to speak, of that caliber.
100%, and I agree. I mean, everything you said was right on point. I think the guard play was really good on both sides. I mean, Trey Keefe. I mean, he's in the last 2 weeks. I mean, he's leading everybody in scoring. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just his scoring ability; it's just the way that he controls the game,
the leadership,
and his buy-in that his players with. Yeah, his leadership, top notch. Also, too, you know, just everything that he brings to the table. You know what I mean? And his supporting cast. You know, they take care of itself. And it was actually a kid that played at Langston Hughes last year on the team at Tri-Cities.
Okay.
He started at Tri-Cities, left Tri-Cities, went to Langston Hughes, went to the Final Four with Langston Hughes, left Langston Hughes and went back to Tri-Cities.
Wow.
So you had that little intertwined underline going on too. Yeah, you know. And it got real chippy, man. But a great job by the referees. The referee, I mean, a couple of boys got ejected, a couple of technicals fouled. But what a lot of people don't realize is, what's up? Talk to me.
Can I call a 15-second timeout to just simply give a shout out to the referees? Because the referees have been on point this whole tournament.
100%.
Not only from a calling the game standpoint, but to keep control and not let tempers and emotions get out of hand and keep us to the business on the floor of playing basketball. So shouts out to the referees. No doubt.
100%, 100%. And that referee, that particular referee that you're talking about, he's actually an SEC referee. So,
okay.
So a lot of these referees that you see are all college level, high school,
Gotcha.
or they are getting into the business of basketball as far as reffing.
Right.
But they already come with
people that can lead them.
Yeah, they already got capabilities and qualities to be one of the better ones. You get what I'm saying? Right. So they're learning from the best of the best. And in order for them to learn from them, they had already have to have some type of quality to get there. So, I mean, we talking about, we just not talking about some regular referees, big dog.
Right.
What we got here, man. We got some legit refs,
What you mean? Again, it's worthy to give them a shout out and let them know that 100%. They're doing a heck of a job with this tournament, really just kind of keeping everybody in tune to what's important, which is lacing them up on the court and getting the best out of your team and your star players on the court and not letting the emotions get out of hand.
100%, and keeping the main thing. So the moment is here.
Let's see what we got, man. Let's see the lineup.
See what we got.
Stop holding it. Stop withholding it. There we go. All right. So we're kicking it right off the bat with Jonesboro and Woodland. Second time seeing Woodland. This will be our second time seeing Woodland. Jonesboro has really showed up every game that they've played in this tournament. That Langston Hughes Columbia game stands out to me. I'm looking forward to really seeing that matchup. You got some great matchups here. Cedar Grove and Southwest DeKalb is going to be a heck of a matchup. Tri-Cities and Doug is going to be a heck of a matchup. So, and then you got your boys, your Eagles Landing Christian Academy going up against Gainesville.
Yeah.
I see you. We see you repping over there. Yeah. Sandy Creek and Padilla. Solid matchup. Dutchtown, Green Forest. We're expecting both of those teams to really be hungry because both of those teams lost close games this past week. So it's going to be interesting to see the energy level that they bring to the table. And then you finish it out with Morrow and Towers. Both of them coming off of wins this past week. So I know neither team is wanting to relinquish that energy they have coming into this week.
Not at all. I mean, I think every week, I ain't gonna lie, last week matchups was great too. But these matchups this week, I mean,
again, if you like high school basketball and you are anywhere in the Morrow area, in the Jonesboro area, matter of fact, like Central Gwinnett go ahead and travel across the city if you like high school basketball, because this Metro Atlanta high school fall shootout, it's going to be bananas. It's going to be bananas. You're going to see some high-level play from some of the best and brightest high school students in the Metro Atlanta area. And remember, your season starts now.
Hey, man, I just want to tell you, man, I had talked to somebody earlier today, and some live streamers or whatever, right? And once I talked to them, the thing that they said, they was like, yo, who is that? That's the voice. I said, hey, man. I said, you wouldn't even believe he's just breaking in the commentary. You wouldn't even believe it. They was like, what? I was like, yeah, man.
Again,
he's the voice. He's the voice, man. He's the voice.
I've been a ball junkie since I was 6 years old. So the passion that you hear and feel in my commentary is authentic. I can't fake this. You know what I mean? That's just how much I love ball and love the game. And to see some of the best and brightest on the court right in front of me, it just naturally excites me. So I'm very humble and I'm very thankful for the for the praise. And again, sky's the limit. Sky's the limit. And so I'm aiming for Pluto.
Hey, man, listen, we already at Pluto. We here. We in the atmosphere. We just trying to figure out what we want to land next.
No worries. Already
here. And I'm gonna show you as soon as it comes through, man. my mind is always working, man. I'm always moving around, man. You know what I mean? I'm always doing something.
You have to.
Always doing something.
Got to keep it moving.
So,
got to keep it
moving. Yeah, you got to. I ain't gonna lie. You got to. That come with the
Mhm.
territory.
No
So I just want to send this to you, man. I mean, I want to share this. Let's see if we get this on the stage. I mean, I took a screenshot from my phone, right?
Okay.
I want you to check this out. So this is a retweet, right? Now I want to say retweet. It's a repost of the event that we're doing, right?
Okay.
This is Georgia high school basketball reposting it.
Word. That's love. They recognize it. They are recognizing, and you have to feel proud that your work is really starting to be seen. So kudos to you. When you got Georgia High School Association letting everybody know that they need to be in the building down here in Jonesboro for this Metro Atlanta High School Fall Shootout. Do not let the rest of this tournament pass you by without seeing some great live entertainment from some of the best and brightest in the Metro Atlanta area.
100%, 100%, man. I mean, I don't know what else to say, man. I guess this is it. I'm looking forward to next week.
I know what to say. I'm looking forward to Saturday because we're gonna lace them up again, and it's gonna be front to back excitement, just like it's been the last 2 weeks.
Hey, man, I don't know what else to say, man. Just ready to go, ready to get after it.
Absolutely. Well, it's been a pleasure to recap everything.
Always a pleasure, man.
Looking forward to Saturday because you got a stellar lineup ahead of us again. And again, this is only the humble beginnings, and we're going to blossom and let the blessings flow. So kudos to you.
But we gotta end this the right way now.
Hey, if you're not in the building, you're missing out. This is the Metro Atlanta High School Fall Shootout, where your season starts now. Peace.